August is World Breastfeeding Month, so we're getting tips for mamas on how to keep their babies happy and healthy. The Community Resource Project is celebrating and educating mothers for their commitment to provide the best nutrition for their families. Joining us now is Jasmine Carranza. She's a peer counselor and nutrition assistant with WIC. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Aubrey. Thank you for having me this morning.
All right, so August, it's World Breastfeeding Month. Talk about why breastfeeding is important for moms and babies.
Breastfeeding is very beneficial for moms. It lowers their chances of developing breast cancer, ovarian cancer. It promotes weight loss. It also provides the opportunity for the mom and baby to have that moment of bonding, allowing them to familiarize themselves with one another. The benefits for babies are just as tremendous. Breastfeeding allows the baby to have a lower chances of asthma, of ear infection, respiratory infection, and also a fun fact is all breastfeeding moms, their bodies are able to tailor their breast milk to provide the needs, especially for their baby. So it's really a superpower to be able to produce breast milk.
It really is, and you point out some really good qualities and reasons why moms should consider breastfeeding if they can. Now, when we talk about how long to breastfeed, we hear about it right away, right when the baby's born, but how long? Is there a set amount of time that moms should be breastfeeding their children?
Yes, there is. So the American Academy of Pediatrics, they recommend that mothers exclusively breastfeed for up to 6 months. And then they're from 6 months to a year introducing solids. And then after a year, pretty much to breastfeed for as long as the mom desires.
Right. So it does vary. It's a case-by-case basis.
Yes.
Depends on the mom, depends on the baby. What about tips? Because I was a new mom twice, and it was tough. Do you have tips for moms that are trying to breastfeed for the first time?
Yes, I always like to encourage first-time moms to definitely be patient with themselves, to allow themselves an opportunity to adapt, to pretty much like figure out what works for them. Also to remember that this is not something new. Every experience, every baby is different. So you definitely want to give yourself that opportunity. Ask for help. Lots of family members want to help, but they don't know how to. So just utilize the help if it's being offered. And there's lots of resources out here, such as WIC, that want to help moms to be successful in their breastfeeding journey.
That's true. You can't be afraid to ask for help because it's not as easy as it looks.
No.
I'll tell you that. That may be one of the myths or perceptions out there, the false perceptions.
Yes.
Anything else you want to add to that on what it is versus what people think it is?
Yes, so that was a big one, that it is challenging to be able to adapt your breastfeeding plan because it sometimes don't go as we visualize it to go. Also, another one is that colostrum is not enough. So the mothers make just enough colostrum for their babies. Another big one is that they don't make enough milk. And generally speaking, if moms are breastfeeding and or pumping throughout the day, that allows for an opportunity for mothers to be able to increase their milk supply, which therefore giving them enough milk for their baby.
Well, that's great information. There's so much more. You guys have an upcoming event. People can ask more, get more details at this event. Can you talk about how it's going to be different this year than previous years you've done it?
Yeah, so this year's going to be very different. So we usually have one big celebration at one of our locations. However, due to COVID, this year we'll be having a drive-through breastfeeding celebration at multiple locations. Also, as you can see behind me, the theme this year is Wild Safari. So we have some really cute goodie bags for the moms and for older children, and we have some really cool raffle prizes as well.
All right, so just promoting breastfeeding, spreading the information, and letting the community know that you are a resource. Jasmine, thanks so much for joining us. Happy World Breastfeeding Month. And for more information, visit communityresourceproject.org.